Welcome back, folks, to the arena in Hearthstone. It's time for another arena run. No special rules for this one, it's just going to be me selecting which cards I think will be best for my particular arena deck. And considering the fact that I have a Hunter daily,
Only beasts are above deceit.
we are going to play with Rexar the Hunter. Let's go! And my first choice is Flare, Jeeves, or the Gnomish Experimenter. Jeeves is particularly early in the game to select if this is a decent card for my deck, and the Gnomish Experimenter, while not as badly priced for his cost, the only perk I can think of the Gnomish Experimenter right now is a chicken that his polymorph does count as a beast, but Flare is just too good a card right now to pass up in Arena. Some people do draw secrets. More importantly, stealth is something that people pick a lot in Arena, so I'm going to pick Flare. Next, we have the Chillwind Yeti as an obvious choice for a 4-drop. Cultmaster is somewhat situational, and the Ironforge Rifleman I'm not going to pick purely because Chillwind Yeti is here, so that's good. Right, Ironbeak Owl for a silence, Cultmaster for card draw, or Deadly Shot for a piece of removal. Ooh, Deadly Shot is quite a good card, and normally I'd pick the Silence, but I think Deadly Shot for 3 mana, pretty good. Hold on to this and just kill a minion when it comes out in play, so Deadly Shot I think it is for me. Right, Fairy Dragon is a good card. Abusive Sergeant is not a good card by itself, and Corehound, well, it's not very good. So, Fairy Dragon. Okay, Acolyte of Pain is good for card draw, but I have little to draw with it. Tracking is a pretty decent card, but it does discard 2 other cards. The Blood Cell Raider will be decent if I have any weapons. I'm actually going to pick the Acolyte of Pain, because so far we only have Flare for card draw, and I'll get at least 1 card out of the Acolyte. Right, Timberwolf, good if we get other beasts. Darkscale Healer, decent-ish, it does have a heal attached to it. And the Stormpike Commando. This is very much you have this card to finish off like damage dealing, like say if you just need that 1 more damage. You do not play Timberwolf by itself on an empty board. But I have no beasts right now, and I can't guarantee that I will actually get beasts. And I'm actually probably going to go with the Darkscale Healer for this one. Bit of an odd choice, but the Stormpike Commando is too fragile. And the Darkscale Healer does have the 2 health heal for all friendly characters, minions included. So we're going to go with the Darkscale Healer. It might be the wrong decision, but I just don't have enough beasts yet for Timberwolf to be a viable choice. And here we have our first opportunity to get a secret, Snipe. Snipe is an atypical secret in that you don't tend to see many people play it, but if you get it out pretty early, say if you get it out on turn 3, Snipe is a very good secret, as it will kill quite a lot of 4-drops that come out. The Bluegill Warrior is 2 damage for 2 mana, which is okay. It's like my hero power, but I get to choose where it goes. And Multi-Shot, 3 damage to 2 random enemy minions. Multi-Shot is a good piece of AoE removal. It's a very good piece of AoE removal. In fact, it's so good, I think I have to pick it over Snipe. Yeah, I have to pick this over Snipe. Another chance for a Deadly Shot. Alternatively, I could pick a Harvest Golem. Harvest Golems are just really good. So I think out of these 3, Harvest Golem wins. Right. A rare. A Death Lord? Death Lord is probably not so good in Arena. The main reason being is that people pick a lot of minions, and they'll pick quite beefy and powerful minions. So I'm not really keen on the idea of Deathlord. Angry Chicken, on the other hand, I am certainly not keen on. It's Crazed Alchemist or Deathlord, and there are so many ways to deal with a Deathlord. I just look at the fact that, like, 2-8 taunt for 3, really good. On the other hand, imagine if he draws out a Boulder Fist Ogre with that. The risk, I do not feel, justifies the reward. Crazed Alchemist, on the other hand, can be used both to buff my minions or debuff their minions, so that their health is slower than their attack, or their attack is lower than their health. So we're going with Crazed Alchemist. Again, with the Acolyte of Pain, probably not the best decision. The other thing you can do is I could swap the Acolyte of Pain's attack and health, get a card draw out of it, and kill something with 3 health. So, I think Crazed Alchemist. Right! None of these are particularly good. Secret Keeper, I don't have any secrets. Not a good one-drop by itself. The Ancient Watcher, it needs a silence or a taunt to be effective. So right now I'm afraid my choice is Arcane Golem. Pretty good actually to play later on in the game when gaining a mana crystal doesn't make much of a difference, so I think it's Arcane Golem. Spider Tank, Dalaran Mage, or Cult Master. This is not a difficult choice. Spider Tank is a very reliable card. If I were a priest and this was a Dark Cultist, I'd pick the Dark Cultist immediately. This is basically the neutral version of the Dark Cultist without the additional text. So, Spider Tank. My first weapon, the Glaive Zuka. Not a bad weapon. 2 mana, I'm gonna pick it. That's card draw, fair enough, but this is a weapon. Explosive Sheep. Do I want some AoE? Not hugely, but do I want Starving Buzzard? I'm looking at the number of beasts here, and I'm not seeing much. So it's between Lord of the Arena and Explosive Sheep, and to be honest, Lord of the Arena probably has a bit more viability in Arena because of the lack of easy ways to deal with it, but I think Explosive Sheep. Let's go for it. Oh look, we have a better taunt here, the Annoyatron. Sorry, Lord of the Arena. Annoyatron it is. Annoyatron is really sticky. Let's pick one. Okay, another Spider Tank, a Raging Worgen, or a Mad Bomber. Mad Bomber is fun, but Spider Tanks are dependable. Okay, first chance at a beast, and I'm going to take it. Oasis Snapjaw, very sticky minion, 7 health, only 2 attack, but why not? Okay, Kezan Mystic to steal an enemy's secrets. Not too bad. Wailing Soul. Don't see a reason why I'd want to silence anything on my side. Sludge Belcher, however, is a sticky, nasty to remove taunt. Yes, please. Okay, Raging Worgen, multi-shot or tracking. I already have 1 multi-shot. Having 2 multi-shots? Yeah, why not? Dark Iron Dwarf is just fantastic, but so is Web Spinner. So much variance with the Web Spinner. I'm going with Dark Iron Dwarf, it's just more dependable. Okay, another Flare, a Wailing Soul, or a Mana Wraith. I'm going with another Flare. And another rare. Master Swordsmith, Bloodsail Corsair, or Kezan Mystic. I'm actually semi-tempted by Kezan Mystic at this point. Yeah, it's understated for its cost, but the ability to control a random secret? Plus it's a 4-drop. Go for it. I need some late game now. A Stranglethorn Tiger? Or a Silence? Stranglethorn Tiger. A Kill Command. Do I have any beasts? I have a few beasts. I have 2. Or I could pick a Taunt. I'm going to pick the Kill Command and hope I get a few more beasts. Okay, Mechanical Yeti for a 4-drop. Not terrible. I really need some late game. Or I could pick Mind Control Tech. Always a nice drop. Okay, here's some late game. Mind Control Tech's pretty good in Arena. Frost Elemental. Not the best late game I've ever seen. Stormwind Champion, on the other hand, fantastic late game. Freezing Trap. I have the opportunity to pick 1 trap. Yes, please. And a Senjin or a Web Spinner? Ooh, Senjin is so reliable, but how many 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 4-drops. I'm actually going to pick Web Spinner. Senjin's good, but I'm going to pick Web Spinner. I need a 1-drop. Lastly, right, this is a pretty simple one. Nerubian Egg, I have nothing to trigger it, except the Crazed Alchemist. The Crazed Alchemist could actually trigger the Nerubian Egg quite well. However, Sunwalker, compared to Target Dummy, is a pretty decent card. So let's pick Sunwalker. Alright, the deck has been constructed, and my word is there a lot of early game in it. There's a lot of Fairy Dragons, a Deadly Shot, a Kill Command, an Arcane Golem, a Harvest Golem. There's a lot of early game in this. Oh, there is a lot of early game. This could go really badly wrong. But I have a secret, I have 2 flares. There were probably some mistakes. I probably shouldn't have picked the Explosive Sheep. I probably shouldn't have picked the Acolyte of Pain. And I might not have wanted to pick the Dark Scale Healer. However, I do have some decent late game and some multi-shots, and a Deadly Shot, and a Kill Command. No Unleash the Hounds, but I don't think this, it's not a very beast-centric deck, really. So, when we come back, we shall actually start the arena run proper. Who knows? Maybe I'll beat 2 wins. Maybe. I'll catch you then. See you then. Later.